You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Man, oh man. Man, oh man. What's wrong with your boy, man? Somebody get your peoples, man. Why you got your peoples out here wilding like that, Ty? Slim Reaper, get your partner there, man. Oh, no. This is crazy, man. What's good, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, brethren and sisters, ladies and lads, hermanos, mi hermanas, boys and girls, and everything in between. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Bro, this is crazy, bro. Come on, man. What's up with your partner, man? Somebody, you got to get your partner, man. What's wrong with him, man? Before we get to it, you know, let's hit this roll call. We got my boy Slim Reaper in the building. Come on, dog. We got my boy Ty Morissette, big member in the building. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to all the members, man. I appreciate that, man. Before we get started into the shenanigans, let's go ahead and please join me and say our prayers. Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for your blessings. We thank you for always steering us in the right direction, even when it feels wrong. You know, we don't know where we're going and we feel lost, Lord. Thank you for giving us the wisdom to seek your direction and your consultation, Lord. Because if we ask you and look towards you first, initially, then the chances are that we're going to be put in the right place as long as we keep our eyes and ears and most importantly our minds and our hearts open to your word, Lord. I know a lot of times it gets hard, a lot of times it's easy to get discouraged, but we ask you for the strength to be renewed every second, because there's a lot of battles that we're fighting on a daily basis, and that we know we are incapable of conquering or winning by ourselves. So we know that when we do reach this victory, you know, after the struggle and the pain that we endure, we know that we got to give all the grace and the glory to you for providing us with the strength to keep going, and you know, just being there to pick us up all the time, Lord. So we thank you. We ask you to forgive us for our sins, especially those sins that we don't realize we're doing, and the ones that sometimes we do realize we're doing. We ask for your continued forgiveness, and and your continuous blessings. We thank you for that, Lord. We ask also that everybody that's anybody that's hurting right now, whether in the chat or otherwise, or in our family or otherwise, or in our neighborhood or in our country or otherwise, we ask that you provide them with healing, and not just physically, but also mentally as well. You know, we ask for financial health, spiritual health, mental health, physical health, emotional health, and every type of health we can ask for, Lord. We ask you with all our hearts in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 We got my boy Styles in the building. Styles, what's up with your peoples, man? What's up with your peoples, man? So let's get started. I have some news I want to talk about, but I gotta jump right into this because this is crazy. So, you know, I just dropped a video on it recently. You know, Floyd Schofield is back at it again. Let me pull up the chat. You know, Floyd Schofield is back at it again, bro. The man is, I don't, what's wrong with him, bro? You know, I be trying to defend the boxers and the fighters and even the daddies, but I can't lie to you, man. If I tell you that this father is good for his son and the longevity of his son and the career of his son, I'd be lying. If I said that Floyd Schofield Sr., what he's doing is good for his son, you know it's fake news.
If you out here getting fake vagina over your fake jury, reality is reality.
Like, I can't even tell you that with a straight face. It's like, so basically, man, Floyd Schofield, you know, Floyd Schofield has just come out today on his own accord now, by his own free will. He didn't have to do this. There was no gun to his head. There was no type of pressure. He did this on his own, right? He came out and he announced that he could be potentially fighting Abdullah Mason. You know, Abdullah Mason could be potentially fighting his son, Floyd Jr. So I want y'all to hear what he said. Let him tell it. You can hear it from the horse's mouth. Here it is right here, man. Let's see what he has to say.
So fast, but I just had to update y'all on something before it hit the news or before it hit social media. We've been offered a fight with Abdullah Mason. Hell yeah, we accept that. $2.5 million. That's the price. So put the money on the wood, it all go good. Yesterday price ain't today's price, baby.
Money on that wood.
Let's get this money, baby. Yes, we'll fight that brother. Put the money on the wood. He's with Turkey now and all them.
Pocket watching.
Jay Prince got money. Put that money up.
Pocket watching.
Y'all got it. What up, y'all?
So let's break it down right here. Let's run it back, right? He says, what up, y'all? Let me jump out and let y'all know this information before it hits the news or social media. Already my spider sense is tingling once he said that, you know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to get out in front of it. So he wants to make sure that he puts out the lie first. You know, that's what liars like to do. They like to make sure that they're heard first. So they're hoping that because they put it out initially, that it's going to somehow, some way, in some form or fashion, going to make their story even more believable than what it is. No, bitch, you just lied first. That's all that is. But let's listen to it again.
I'm driving real fast, but I just had to update y'all on something before it hit the news.
You driving real fast, seem like you're lying real fast too. And then over here, you know, he out here pocket watching.
He's with Turkey now and
Turkey now, pocket watching.
Let's go. Jay Prince got money. Put that money up, y'all.
Jay Prince got money. What kind of man is you, bro? What kind of man is you, bro? What you mean Jay Prince got money? You ain't got money? Don't you got money? You know what I'm talking about? Your son a big star, man. Don't you got money? You out here pocket watching, bro. Stop pocket watching, man.
Don't speak on how they pay you, because pocket watching us men shouldn't do, and that's just by nature. But thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You out here pocket watching. Then you say, oh, you know, I want to jump out at this before it gets to the news. So yeah, we're gonna fight that brother. I mean, this man needs a Oscar or something like that. Maybe he could be a actor on Days of Our Lives or some type of soap opera, Guiding Light or Young and the Restless or something, because I feel like that's right up his alley. He's so convincing, isn't he? He's so convincing. So he comes out and he says, before it goes to social media, I want to tell y'all that we were offered a fight with Abdullah Mason, and we will fight Abdullah Mason. Heck yeah, we'll fight Abdullah Mason for $2.5 million.
What?
$2.5 million. Now, you know me, man. I don't like to get into economics of boxing. I don't like to tell people what their price point should be, what their self-valuation should be, as much money they deserve. That's not my business. That's not my role. That's not even my interest. But $2.5 million, objectively speaking, for the position that he's in as a prospect, that seems like a pretty hefty price tag, you know? And not only that, but specifically for him, because his last fight, that whole debacle, it was very suspicious, you know, how it happened. You know, it was first all the passports was compromised, then his tire and his car was compromised, then his son's health was compromised, got cream on his body from from Shakur and his masseuse. You know, I don't even know why you're interacting with Shakur or his masseuse, you know what I'm saying, like that in the first place. But then you almost have a near death experience because you fall sick in Saudi Arabia due to some cream, after every other excuse. And I don't like to call people liars, but it's just, you know, when there's smoke, there's fire, and you just continuously have the same thing happening where you have some outrageous reason as to why you pulling out of a fight that you asked for, or this is happening to you, man. It just, like I said, it just, I don't know, a whole bunch of dubious activity on behalf of Floyd Schofield Sr. It just doesn't look right, man. I think it's gonna make people not want to work with his son. That's number one. But number two, you know, coming off of a fight where you didn't look that good, where you headline your first time against Renee Tellez-Garon, and then you pull out of the fight, like I said, with Shakur Stevenson, I'm not sure if $2.5 million seems appropriate. But like I said, that's okay. If it's 2.5, that's fine. But the part where I have to be honest about is the fact that $2.5 million, it does seem like you're outpricing yourself because you don't want to fight Abdullah Mason, aka you're going to duck. And it's just not a good look. Like I said, you know what's crazy about that? You know me, man. I wouldn't even be mad if he didn't want to fight Abdullah Mason. You know, just say that or whatever. But the fact that you're trying to run to the cameras and run online and all that stuff, it just seems like you're up to no good, man. I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out later where they're like, okay, bet, we actually agreed upon how much money we want, and then they went back and came back and upped the price to 2.5 million. You know, because he even says today's price is not yesterday's price. So he probably, this is what I'm guessing now, speculating now, I'm throwing this out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in talks, preliminary talks, and they agreed on a price point, and then all of a sudden today, Floyd Schofield wakes up and says, I want 2.5 million this time. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it seems like, man. It seems like he's just snitching on himself, and he's trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, we'll fight him. You know, just give me this amount of money. No, you probably don't want to fight him, and they probably told you how much money they're willing to give you for the fight, and you were cool with it before, but now you want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably thought about it, like, okay, man, my son might lose. And I don't think losing to Abdullah Mason is a bad thing. Floyd Schofield is a nice prospect, up and coming. Same with Abdullah Mason. Heck, if y'all don't want to fight, then go y'all separate ways. Y'all can fight later on. I'm cool with that too. But the fact that you try to run out here and put on social media, oh yeah, man, you know, we're willing to fight the dude, man. You got to hit the $2.5 million. You know, Big Turkey, I'll shake. You got money. Jay Prince, you got money. The trust funds got money. GoFundMe got money. The fans, y'all got money. Let's put the money up. Like, come on, bro. It just looks bad, dog. And shout out to LAV. He says, so many fathers of athletes want to be the superstar so bad. Yeah, man, they want to live vicariously through their sons. And I don't think that's an issue, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really have too many issues with the fathers of the boxers, because a lot of them, like Bill Haney, they put their sons in good positions. But when you're like Floyd Schofield Sr. and Teofimo Lopez Sr., they are not good, you know. But Jose Benavidez Sr. is a great father as far as putting his sons in position. So was Kenny Porter, you know what I'm saying? So was Abdullah Mason's father. Seems like he's good so far, you know. Bozy Ennis, you know, Shingo Inoue, Lomachenko's Papachenko, whatever. It's just like there's a lot of good examples of athletes' parents put them in good positions, but it's seldom that I think that the parents put them in a bad position. You know, of course they might make mistakes. This is probably their first time managing careers of this magnitude and money of this much, so everybody gonna make mistakes. That's okay, but this is not a mistake anymore, man. Kid Austin, his father, is just put him in bad position after bad position after bad position to make him look worse and worse and worse. It's gonna deter. It's gonna be a major deterrent. Seems like he will be a major deterrent for people wanting to work with his son. It's like, we love boxing, and I like Kid Austin. He's good, but boxing is gonna be fine without Kid Austin. You see what I'm saying? So will Kid Austin be fine without boxing? That's the question, you know? So I just think it looks very bad. And the fact that he's trying to cover up his tracks from turning down the fight, it's like, bro, you could have kept this in the background. You didn't have to keep it in the background. But what happened was, when he turned it down, he thought in his head, like, dang, because people that have guilty consciences, people that are doing wrong in the background, they think that everybody else is doing it wrong too. So he's probably thinking like, dang, we turned down the fight, so I got to hurry up and run to social media and let people know that it's not us, you know. So they're going to try to cover their name, you know, and try to put the blame on somebody else. when it probably never would have got out in the first place. You know how many times boxers negotiate, especially preliminary discussions, that don't get out in social media, don't get out to the media in the first place? You know what I'm saying? But when you have somebody who's running their mouth, I don't think this looks good as far as people want to work with them. You know, you out here running and telling. You out here telling, bro. Who raised these brothers, man? You out here telling. Come on, bro. You out here self-snitching is crazy. You ain't even have to release that information. You didn't have to disclose that information. And you did, and you still look bad.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Out here snitching, man. Shout out to my guy Oscar. He said my guy Oscar in the building. Big member in the building. He said, why auntie uncle, aka Mama Hopefield, asking for that money? Shit, last no register they paid for your son to take cream. Hey, come on, bro. To take cream on his face is crazy, bro. Come on, man.
What do you mean by that?
You could have said that so differently, bro. Duck soup was being served. I'm telling you, Ty. And who says money on wood is good? Bitch, you know. That money on the wood, everything good. You know what I'm saying? I know what he meant, but you can't be saying that. He cannot be saying that. Like, you can't be saying that, Kid Austin. Or Kid Austin Senior. You gotta have some self-awareness, bro. You can't be coming out here with all that bravado, especially after what happened and what transpired last time we saw you out, bro. You know, so it's just not a good look. You have no self-awareness, and like I said, I know he's trying to go and cover his own behind, but you just expose yourself because. Like I said, I don't really like to check people on how much money they're getting, but 2.5 million. Come on now, to fight Abdullah Mason. Come on now. That just doesn't seem right now. If for some reason he feels that they will fit the bill, you know, Turkey Al Sheikh will fit the bill, then hey, hey man, get 10 million if you can. But at the same time, too, you know, if you ask for 2.5 million, you know your leverage and your the amount of money that you could demand or request is only at about, your earning capacity is only about 750, you know what I'm saying, 1 million, then asking for 2.5 million is going to price yourself out. And pricing yourself out is a form of ducking, you know, not all the time, but I think in this case, I'm very comfortable with saying that, you know. He said, duck soup. Yes, sir. B. Said, I don't know if Bill Haney really a father after seeing the pause. Ryan put up, that's crazy. Nah, man. Devin was winning rounds, man. We can't forget Devin was winning rounds, man. Come on, man. Go easy on the young man. But yeah, could it have been stopped? Yeah, but I think that you know, I think Devin was winning some rounds. I ain't too mad at it. But yeah, I mean, some people would say, oh, it should have been stopped. I don't know, you know. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta be able to decipher people who are actually concerned for Devin or people who are just picking and being extra critical. You know, I don't know. I don't know. You know, he knows more than I do. But I feel you though. That's definitely a valid He should have got his son up out of there, huh? He should have got his son up out of there, man. That's crazy, bro. But yeah, I just think Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, man, he just snitched on himself and exposed himself as the person that doesn't really want these fights. He talks all that trash about, you know, doing this to Gervonta Tank Davis, doing that to Shakur Stevenson, doing this to Abdullah Mason, doing that to Devin Haney and sparring. And then now we put your feet to the fire. It's time for you to show us, you know, under the bright lights, and every single time you have definitely shrunk under the lights. You know what I'm saying? You shrunk in the moment, and you wiggled your way up out the fight. And now it seems like Abdullah Mason, after, you know, you're doing the same thing to Abdullah Mason right after you did it to Shakur Stevenson. But the thing that I'm happy about though, if you're gonna back out the fight, I'm glad that he stopped it before they got a date and all that stuff and went through training camp and had a venue and all that thing, or before they ascertained all these details that's needed to have the fight for us to look forward to. I'm glad he shut it down now, but don't try to make it seem like, oh, you know, if they just meet this price point that's reasonable, then you'll have the fight. I highly doubt it, man. And but we'll see how it goes, bro. I just thought, the whole time I'm watching, I was just like, this dude can't be serious, dog. This dude can't be serious, man. So let's move forward a little bit, man. We gonna move forward to the next topic, bro. I just, it's just disgusting because I like Kid Austin, man. He's making it very hard to root for Kid Austin, bro. Because at the end of the day, people are gonna want to root for Kid Austin to lose just so we ain't got to see Floyd Kid Austin Schofield anymore, or Senior anymore. You know, just so we ain't got to see Floyd Schofield Senior anymore. And it's just wild, man. You don't want to be a reason why your son is, forget rooting for you. You don't want to be a reason why your son may not get any business opportunities because they don't want to deal with you. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's just not good, man. You know, now if you're being somebody who stands on business and you making sure that your son gets a fair shake at the negotiation table, or when you're brokering a deal, or when you're trying to put himself in a position to get that fight, you know, a matchmaking, you having your say in that, putting forth your input. But when you that's different, you know. So make sure no one takes advantage of your son. But now it's like you just talking so much to where people like, man, do I even want to deal with this dude? He's a headache, bro. Like, you might take the fight 1 second, then back out of it. Then I might talk to you about a potential fight, and then you over here putting all the information, disclosing all the information out to social media, man, all the pertinent information. It's like, bro, come on. No one's even talking about Abdullah Mason and Floyd Schofield until you just let it out, Papa. You see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. Don't forget to smack that like button. Shout out to my guy Dooley. Yes, sir. Smack that like button, man. But yeah, I think it's just crazy and unfortunate for Kid Austin, man, because he's gonna be the one that's gonna have to pay for all the nonsense that his pops has put him through. But yeah, moving on, man. I got some great news, man. Alexander Vazdik is joining the card with Gabriela Fedora versus Marilyn Badillo. You know, that's happening this weekend. I see it's like a pretty late notice, you know, the week of, but I think it's dope, man. Alexander Vazdik is fighting a gentleman named Anthony Holloway, so we'll see how that goes, man. It's definitely going to fill out the card for Gabriela Fedora, and it's always good to have a good supporting cast, especially when we have a women headliner, because a lot of people, let's face it, aren't interested in women boxing or women's sports, period. I am. So maybe with Alexander Vazdik being a former champion at light heavyweight, having a pretty good fight in his last outing against David Benavidez, then maybe people will be more persuaded and encouraged to watch this fight, you know. And then you already have Charles Conwell on there, who's another up and coming contender at 150, prospect contender at 154. So it's a pretty decent card, man. It should be filling out pretty nicely, man. So I'm looking forward to it for sure. And who is he fighting again? Something Perez or Garcia. Who is he fighting again? Hold on, give me a second. I forgot who Charles Conwell is fighting. I don't want to be lying. Something Perez. Yeah, Jorge Garcia Perez. Yeah, so that should be a good fight, man. That's happening this weekend. So I'm going to be tuning in, baby. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Alexander Vazdik and them getting this card a little bit more filled out, man. Shout out to my guy Ty. He says the Schofields haven't learned their lesson. Finna blow a turkey bag and get blackballed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just blew a turkey bag in Saudi Arabia. You might not even be allowed to go back over there. Then y'all hear name drop and talk about Turkey. Al-Sheikh got money. And I want to tell you that this is why it's bad, right? Because this is why people say, man, you can't give brothers nothing, man. Because we know that Turkey is being, for the most part, with the exception of Shakur being a little disgruntled as far as the pay. At least he's the first person to openly say that, you know. Not saying he's the first person that hasn't been satisfied, but he's the first person that's been openly that has verbalized or vocalized his displeasure publicly, right, Shakur? But for the most part, it seems like the reputation of Turkey is that he's giving people what they want. So when you're Canelo and you come out and say, oh, I want 200 million, you know, trying to throw it in his face, like, if you're giving all that money, give me a ridiculous amount of money, then it kind of is like, okay, Turkey might feel like he get a little played, right? And then when Gervonta Tate Davis comes out and said, I want 2 Ferraris, no, I want 3 Ferraris now, or Lamborghinis, whatever he said, on my doorstep in order for me to fight with him. You know, it's funny because Canelo and Tank, let's be honest, they don't need Turk. They don't need Turk's influence, right? Because they are big stars. But this is the problem, right? When other fighters who may need that Turkey sponsorship, if you will, then he might look at it and be like, hold on, man, you know, some of y'all not really respectful, you know what I'm saying? It seems like some of y'all on the Western hemisphere, the Western side of the globe, y'all not being too respectful about this money. Y'all try to take advantage of me and play me like a fool. You know, Canelo would Tank, that's different because they're stars, but now you got Floyd Kid Austin Schofield talking about, oh, I want 2.5 million. Oh, Turkey, you're working with Turkey. Turkey got it. Like, come on, bro. Who says stuff like that, bro? Just because somebody got money, that means they just want to throw away the money all whimsically now? You know what I'm saying? You want to throw the money out willy-nilly because you know I got it, so you just don't care about it. It doesn't mean anything because I got it. And you know, we all know people like that in real life. They be like, oh, this person got money, so you know, just run up the tab. You know people like that, man. Some of them be in your own family too. It's a shame. You feel me? But and that's just what it seems like, bro. You messing it up for other boxers who genuinely could have these opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like a Carlos Adames, like a Charles Conwell, or like a I don't know, whoever else that you want to say, you know, and that's just where it has a trickle down effect, bro. And he goes, oh yeah, you know, Jay Prince got money. What do you mean Jay Prince got money, bro? So you're gonna ask for a ridiculous amount of money because these people got money, bro? Like, come on, dog. Like, He just, I don't know, man. He just got a lot of I don't even want to say no disrespect to my queens out there, but he has a lot of bitter bitch tendencies, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That man got a lot of female petty female tendencies, bro. That joke is crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I be hearing him talk, I just be thinking,
Nigga, you's a bitch.
it's crazy, man. Shout out to YD, man. What's good, YD? YD in the building. He said, yeah, that's a good card. I'm excited. I'm just a boxing nerd, I guess. Yeah, me too, bro. I'm excited too, man. Gabriela Fedora, I'm the youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. Big salute to Gabriela Fedora. She's going against Marilyn Badillo. You got Charles Conwell going against Jorge Garcia Perez. And then you got Alexander Vazda going against Anthony Holloway, bro. It's a decent card, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Golden Boy for main eventing some women, you know what I'm saying? Because be honest, Gabriela Fedora versus Gabriela Alanis for undisputed in the first place, that should have been the main event. Instead of, no disrespect to Kid Austin, but that shouldn't have been the main event. You know, Kid Austin versus Renee Tellez-Garon was the main event. I think the co-main event was Beck the Bully versus David Stevens. And then the third fight on the bill was Gabriela Fedora versus Gabriela Alanis. In my opinion, they should have prioritized the undisputed fight because that's the biggest achievement in boxing. But I dig it too. You know, you want to sell tickets and stuff like that. And the harsh reality is that a lot of people don't watch women's boxing or women's sports. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to my guy, Average Someone in the building, big member in the building. Man, what's good, brethren? K-Tile, Doc. Hey, what's good, brethren? Yes, sir, man. How are you, man? ¿Cómo estás? Average Someone. So, yeah, man, I just think Floyd cut off to Schofield. He don't even know what he's doing sometimes. Or Schofield Sr. doesn't even know what he's doing. Or maybe he just doesn't care, you know? Maybe he just doesn't care. Oscar says, Heats wins tonight, sadly. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. So, moving on, too, man. I got some other news as far as, speaking of another fight that's announced. Philip Hrgović versus Frank Sanchez has been ordered by the IBF as a final eliminator for Daniel Dubois' belt, man. That is a fire fight, man. I love it, man. Philip Hrgović versus Frank Sanchez. That is a great fight, man. That's a great fight. I would say, when's the last time we saw Philip Hrgović? We just beat, not Derek Chisora. He just beat Joe Joyce, you know, and the time before that, he lost to Daniel Dubois, right? So, and after he beat Joe Joyce, he was like that. He was saying that he wants to fight, what's the dude's name? He wants to fight Daniel Dubois for a rematch. I don't think he really wants that. In his heart, he wants that, but I think he loses again, and maybe he loses even worse. But he said he wants him, and that's dope, you know, but you can't just jump into that from beating Joe Joyce. Nah, my brother, you got to do something else. And I think beating Frank Sanchez will be great, you know, to do that. Frank Sanchez, last time we saw Frank Sanchez, who'd he fight? Frank Sanchez lost to Jit Caballero. I don't think he's fought since then, has he? Matter of fact, let me look it up real quick. I don't think he's fought since he lost to Jit Caballero, Frank Sanchez. I think that was his last fight, and he got stopped by Jit Caballero. No, I'm lying. He fought somebody named Ramon Olivas. So he bounced back on February 22nd, man. Shout out to him. He fought actually the same day as the great Last Crescendo card on February 22nd, right? In Riyadh season. He actually fought in Tijuana, Mexico against a guy named Ramon Olivas, and he won by third round stoppage. So I like Frank Sanchez, man. I would say Frank Sanchez's best win was probably against, I'm not sure, probably F.A. Ajagba, right, chat? His best win was probably against F.A. Ajagba. Philip Hrgovic's best win was probably against Zhale Zhang, and people said that was controversial, right? A lot of people thought Zhale Zhang should have won. And he definitely had a good win against Joe Joyce. So these two fighting, I think that's a great fight, man. I think I like Philip Hrgovic, but I might lean towards Frank Sanchez, man. He's a very good boxer, just a Jit Caballero, which I kind of guessed, right? I said that Jit Caballero may get to him late with that pressure because Jit is legit, and that's what happened. He just broke him down. But Sanchez is a very good fighter, you know. That's how he beat F.A. Ajagba, outboxed him. So he's a very good heavyweight as far as skills go. So this will be nice. And then the winner of this, you know, it is a final eliminator. Remember, be very, you gotta pay attention. I said the final eliminator. Final eliminator, not a title eliminator. You know why? Because Derek Chisora is still ranked number 1 for the IBF, so which I don't even know how that happened. But yeah, I mean, he's been ranked number 1. What? Since he beat Joe Joyce, you know, so he's ranked number 1 in the IBF. So he's still the mandatory for the Daniel Dubois belt. But this is a final eliminator, and you never know how it may go because Derek Chisora is older, right? He's not a spring chicken; he's an old rooster, so you never know how that might go, man. He may not take the fight with Daniel Dubois; they may not order it. He may decide to go another route. You never know. So, but this will set them up. The winner of Philip Hrgovic and Frank Sanchez sets them up to be in a very good position to eventually get the Daniel Dubois fight or the IBF title shot, right? Because according to reports, Daniel Dubois will be fighting Alexander Usyk for an undisputed matchup if everything goes accordingly, right? It's not finalized either, but that could be the next move. And you never know, man. Daniel Dubois could win or he could lose, and they might Usyk may win, and then they go fight Usyk. So I think this is great, man. I look forward to Frank Sanchez versus Phil Hergovich. I think that's a great fight. Right now, I lean towards Frank Sanchez. So he says WBC not pressing Barrios with the fair play flag like they did. Go, okay, Oscar, talk to him. WBC is not pressing Barrios at all, you know, and so I say WBC is very questionable, man. But speaking of WBC, bro. Speaking of the WBC, man. I got some good news for you, Oscar. I know Oscar will appreciate this news. Now, speaking of the WBC, man, we got another WBC champion in Bam Rodriguez at 115, man. Junior bantamweight or super flyweight, whatever you want to call it, 115, man. Bam Rodriguez, according to reports, particularly from Dan Rafael, who's a very reputable, dependable source. He's a former reporter for the ESPN, and he has since then launched his own endeavors, and he's still kicking the boxing things, man. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him a long time ago in Vegas. He actually got an interview with him, man. That was dope. But shout out to Dan Rafael. But according to his reports, Bam Rodriguez is he is in conversations, preliminary talks with Fumalele Kafu, the South African champion, for a unification on July 19th. You feel me? So when we have a specific date, when they add further specificity as to not only the season, not only the month, but the particular day, oh, you know that thing is cooking. You know what I'm saying? And that is good news, man. They out there cooking with grease. We could finally, like The Rock says, we could finally get some unifications at 115, because those of you that don't know, there are 3 undefeated champions at 115. You have Bam Rodriguez, the American undefeated champion for the WBC. You have Puma Martinez, the Argentinian champion for he had the IBF. He dropped the IBF, and he has the WBO, I believe now, just has the WBO. And then the WBA is Fumalele Kafu, the South African champion, who's also undefeated, right? So, like I said, the IBF is vacant. So we like to see when these undefeated champions fight each other when they're in the same division, man. So I'm looking forward to that, man. It's going to be good. Hopefully it gets finalized. Like I said, it's not finalized yet, but we are anticipating it to go down like there's a well in the boat on July 19th. You know what I'm saying? According to reports. So that is fire, bro. I'm looking forward to that. And it's going to, they even told us the location too, Dallas. My fault, I forgot to say Dallas. So not only did they add further specificity as far as the location, they told us a specific day too. So you know it's really cooking. So that still, you know, things could fall apart, because we've been hearing lately that Fumalele Kafu is going to fight Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. Hell, we heard that Bam Rodriguez is going to fight Chocolatito Gonzalez. Hell, we heard Chocolatito Gonzalez was going to fight one of the Maloneys. So, you know, there's been a lot of rumors, especially down there at the lower weights. But the fact that we got this one cooking, man, oh man, that'd be a good one. I had Bam Rodriguez beating Fumalele Kafu, but Fumalele Kafu is a pretty good fighter, man, you know. But yeah, I got Bam Rodriguez winning that fight if it does come into fruition, which I hope it does. Fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it's just I don't like to get my hopes my hopes up too high, but yeah, I think it could happen, man. I think it very much happen, because you got to realize, man, these lower weights, these good fights are what keeps it pumping, what keeps it going. You know, we do want more attention to the lower weights, but at the same time, you know, those lower weights, I do got to give them their credit, man. A lot of times they actually do fight unifications and meaningful fights, you know, but sometimes they get away with not fighting meaningful fights as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they're at such a lower weight division that people don't pay attention. You know, but a lot of times they actually do fight the guys and girls that they're supposed to fight, and this is a good example. So we'll see how it goes, man. Don't forget to smack that like button if you haven't done so already, man. I'm gonna open up the Discord now if anybody wants to join, because we ain't gonna be on too long, because I gotta go take care of some things. But I'm gonna open up the Discord for people to pull up. Now I'm saying, if we going crazy with the chat and the support, then we gonna stay on. But right now I might have to go do some stuff. He said Bam been knocking off all the guys in his weight classes. Guys, dang, yeah. I mean, well, he's been knocking off guys, but he's been knocking off the older statesmen. Like, don't get me wrong. Juan Francisco Estrada, El Gallo, the Rooster, you know what I'm saying? That was a good win, but he wasn't a belt holder, and he's great fighter on the decline. You know, his last fight against Sonny Edwards was good. That was at 112, right? But at 115, it's been kind of Pedro Guevara's not bad, but he's not a champion either. So he's been having okay fights. I wouldn't say that they've been great, you know. But now Fumuleli Cafu, that's a young champion. He's a young champion. I think that's a good fight right there, you know. But then again, you know, Bam Rodriguez is young, and they're building him up too. But I don't want to over exaggerate now. You know what I'm talking about? I definitely don't want to over exaggerate. But this will be a very good win if he could beat Fumuleli Cafu. He's nobody to sleep on either. Like I said, man, these fighters. I don't want to sleep on Fumuleli Cafu. He's a champion for a reason. But I definitely think the Bam Rodriguez would win. And I said that wrong. I think I said that Puma Martinez is the WBO. Puma Martinez is the WBA. Fumuleli Cafu is the WBO. I think I might have said that wrong earlier when I was naming the belts they had. He said Bam tried to fight all over the hill fight. Yeah, he be fighting. Yeah, what's good, Tay? He be fighting some of the over the hill fighters. I ain't gonna lie. But this one's a good one. You know what I'm saying? This one's a good one. Fumuleli Cafu is a good fight. You know, just like Puma Martinez would be a good fight too. Assuming Puma Martinez beats his next opponent in Kosei Tanaka. If he beats him in that rematch, then that'd be a good fight too. So we'll see how it goes, man. Not Kosei. Who's he fighting? Who's Puma Martinez fighting again? Not Kosei Tanaka. Is it Kosei? Hold on. He's supposed to be having a rematch with not Kosei Tanaka, bro. It's not Kosei Tanaka. I can't remember the other guy's name, man. What's his name, bro? Not Kosei Tanaka. Not KO Tanaka. It's can't remember his name right now. Kazuta Ioka. He's supposed to have a rematch with Kazuta Ioka. You know, and that's a more lucrative deal. That's why he gave up the IBF belt to fight Kazuta Ioka. So they're gonna have that rematch, and then if Puma Martinez wins and Bam fights him, man, that's good. Or if Kazuta Ioka wins and Bam fights him, that's good too. He says, that the guy with the purple hair, Puma Martinez. Yep, the purple hair. Sometimes he got blue hair. Well, I don't know. There's a couple guys that are small that have the different color hair, looking like Skittles. Puma Martinez is one of them. He has purple hair sometimes, blue hair sometimes. But then there's another guy, Anthony Alasquaga, who has pink hair. So I'm not sure if you're confusing him with him, but yes, Puma Martinez is one of those guys that colors their hair. Slim Reaper asks Ben Whitaker or Liam Cameron. I'm going with Liam Cameron, man. I'm going with Liam Cameron. Ben Whitaker still has a lot to show me. I think Ben Whitaker is going to win. So if you ask me who I think is going to win, I think Ben Whitaker is going to win. I think he's going to win by decision. But who I'm rooting for Liam Cameron, because it seems like Ben Whitaker has a lot of shenanigans going that's just surrounding him and this fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that nonsense, man. So I'm going for Liam Cameron, but I think Ben Whitaker, who's a more talented fighter, will win. Shout out to my guy Big Dog Jake Paul, Chase the Bag, Tank Willie in the building, dropping that cheese. I can't talk. My boy dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Yes, sir. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Dropping the graffiti on the chat walls with a big $2. He said, what's up? He said, what's up? Auntie Schofield capping off, bro. He stayed capping, bro. What's up with him, bro? What's up with your peoples, man? Why they out here capping, man? Who raised these brothers, man? Out here lying, man. Flying and lying, man. Come on, bro. You out here snitching. Self-snitching is crazy, Willie. Self-snitching is crazy, man. My boy come out here exposing himself, talking about, oh, yeah, Abdullah Mason, man. I just want to get out in front of him, man. If they give us $2.5 million, we going to fight him. Yeah, we're actually excited. We're absolutely excited to fight Abdullah Mason. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are not excited to fight Abdullah Mason. You're not excited to fight anybody because, my brother, this is how we feel about you.
Nigga, you's a bitch.
You feel me? You're not excited to fight anybody of any consequence, you know? And that's okay because he's a young fighter, but you can't be out here running your mouth all the time, man. Sometimes you just got to be quiet.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, you just got to be quiet, bro, because now you look bad. Now you calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. You called out Abdullah Mason. You called out Devin Haney. Talk about what you did to them in sparring. You called out Shakur Stevenson when it was time to fight Shakur Stevenson. You actually pulled out. You was talking about what you did to Abdullah Mason in sparring. Now you have the opportunity to fight him. Now you talk about you want $2.5 million. Like I said, that's not my business, man. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not qualified to make these assessments and tell people how much money they're worth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get in that business. But considering where you're at in your position and in your last your recent history when it comes to pulling out of a fight, and then you looking very bad or looking very pedestrian against Renee Tellis Garone. I mean, 2.5 million seems like kind of ridiculous, you know. Now if they could provide that much money, then hey, let's get the fight. But I kind of feel like, you know, that even if he did get that price point, something else would come up and he wouldn't have the fight with Abdullah Mason. You know, I think that's a good fight too. I don't think it's like, oh, it's conclusive that Abdullah Mason wins either. You know, I think it's a good fight. I think it can go either way. I think Abdullah Mason would win. That's where my money would be, because I feel like he's a sharper fighter, the more refined fighter. He's looking like the future of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Not just, he doesn't just look like he has a bright future in boxing. Abdullah Mason is looking like the future of boxing, or one of the futures of boxing. And Kid Austin just hasn't been looking as impressive lately, man. But like I said, I still like Kid Austin. It's just his father is just, I don't know, man. His father makes it harder than it should be to root for him, because Kid Austin's dope. You know, so we'll see how it goes, bro. We see how it goes, man. I just don't like it, man. He out here talking about, oh yeah, man, you know, I just want to go on social media. I just want to let y'all know before it gets on social media that, yeah, we want to fight Abdullah Mason. We've been in talks. We've been offered to fight with Abdullah Mason, but, you know, we'll fight it for $2 million, man. Tell Jay Prince he got money. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he got money. So make it happen. Like, come on, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Don't be ridiculous, man. You just sound crazy, bro. You just sound a little crazy, bro. You just sound a little crazy, bro. But it's all good, though, man. It's all good. Shout out to Kid Austin, and shout out to Floyd Schofield Sr., man. Maybe he's on to something. I don't know, man. And speaking of another topic, bro, I want to talk about this topic, man. Shout out to my guy Ty. He reminded me of this, right? What's up with Big Turk, man? What's up with your people, Big Dog Willie? What's up with your people, man? What's up with your people, Tay? This man Turkey Al-Sheikh, right? Didn't he tell us that he wanted the future of pay-per-view events to cost $25? Didn't he say he wants his pay-per-view events to be $25?
If you out here getting fake vagina over your fake jury, reality is reality.
Bro, he's dropping both of the pay-per-view events on May. The Canelo one, the one that's headlined by Canelo Alvarez and William Skull, and then the one that's headlined by Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. The man said not only does he not want $25, the man said he wants $52 a piece.
Me blood clot.
$52 a piece for the same weekend? But but hold on now, Tay. Don't get mad. They said you could get them both for the nice, convenient, sweet price of $83. Now, let's be fair now, right? If we talk about relative to like a Gervonta Tank Davis fight versus Lamar Roach, that was $82 by itself. So now you can argue, okay, bet, you know, you paid $80-something for Tank by himself, you know, that's just one card. It would Tank versus Lamar Roach. So maybe people would pay $82 for two cards, and you got the face of boxing, my boy Cinnamon. You know what I'm talking about? So I just think it's not a big deal, to be honest, but it is a big deal when you think about what he said. Yes, exactly right there, Tay. He keep going back on his word. So Willie says Turkey can do whatever he wants to do. Yes and no, because when you're as an adult, particularly a man, you are only as good as your word, right? Your word is bond, right? That's how it should be. So if you give your word, yeah, you could renege on your word. You could take your word back. You could go back on your word, but then we're going to lose a little more faith in you. You do lose some of your respect a bit. You know how that goes. That's how it should be. You know, we don't have enough of that lately. You know, people just say whatever they want, fly off at the mouth or talk on the side of their neck, and people don't hold them accountable. No, we hold people accountable around here. You know, so that is way different than what he said. However, I do agree that, you know, it's Turkey's event. You don't have to buy it, you know. However, it just seems bad, you know, because it is what is back to back. It's back to back days or consecutive days. You know, that's a far away for the $25 price point that you said you want to obtain, right? Or you want to get down to, which in his defense, he has been doing a pretty good job, right? Because what was the AJ and Dubois was $20, right? The how much was the Usyk and Fury? I think that was like $20. And then the exceptional Riyadh season card on February 22nd. That was $26. You know what I'm saying? So he's not too far, but this one is, I think this one's pretty crazy. However, who does he have on the bill? That boy Cinnamon. You know, he got to pay that boy Cinnamon now. My boy Cinnamon come with a pretty hefty price tag now. He said he the face of boxing. Oh, you ain't gonna shortchange me, my brother. You gonna give me every penny. So, you know, my boy Cinnamon get 80% of the concessions if he sell a soda at his fight. If it costs $2, he getting $1.60. If it costs $1, he getting 80 cents. You feel me? So maybe that's what he's trying to compensate for. Maybe he's like, oh, hold on, man, I gotta tax y'all now. We got Canelo on the bill. I gotta tax y'all now. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm speculating. I don't know this for sure. I'm just speaking right now, just speaking of the possibilities of why it could be this much. Because I wasn't expected to be this much. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting another $25 price tag. Be honest with you, I was thinking that I already knew the Now You Anyway one is free. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said that was free, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I didn't think that one, but I thought one of them, like the Canelo one, was gonna be like $25. I actually thought the May card was gonna be free as well. I mean the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo joint was gonna be free. But like I said, yeah, like you said, Big Dog, well, it's not too much of a problem, but it just seems like you're going back on your word, man. So we gonna see how it goes, though, bro. I know a lot of people gonna complain about that, man. I see a lot of people complaining about it already, but hey. Might as well get that bundle, my boy. You better bundle up and get that $83, you know, get both of them. So we'll see how it goes, man. So there's been a couple shockers with that event, right? Because the first shocker to a lot of people is that the fact that the Times Square venue with Devin Haney and Jose Carlos Ramirez and Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero and Teofimo Arnold Barbosa, that's invite only. So you can only attend if you get an invitation. If you don't get an invitation extended, boy, you better stay behind home, you know, because you're not going to be there. So that was kind of surprising as well, but it made sense because, you know, even if it's just for security purposes, you know, I thought it made sense. But yeah, so now we have another surprise associated with the Riyadh season sponsored, SNK sponsored, Turkey Alice Sheikh funded event, man. Is that they gonna need 82 of them things. So we'll see how it goes, man. He said Canelo card is better than AJ versus Triple D. I agree. Yeah, because what? The Canelo card has what? Canelo and William Skull. Martin Bacolia, F.A. Ajagba. Badu Jack and Noel McCallan. And Jaime Munguia and Bruno Soros, correct? And am I missing somebody? I might be missing somebody else. Is it the young bull Verde on there too? Marcos Verde, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I would say it's a better card. What's up with the Times Square event? What's up with the Times Square event? What you talking about? Oh, I just told you that it's invitation only. So because remember they made it seem like it was going to be open to the public at first. They didn't say that explicitly, but they're like, oh, it's going to be outside. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be in the middle of Times Square. So a lot of people thought, oh, bet we could just go and just walk down to the bodega, get me a gosh dang honey bun and a Pepsi and watch the fight. No, Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson is going to be closed off. What you thought? You thought stuff was sweet, huh? You thought you was going to go down to the corner store, get you a po' boy. You know what I'm talking about? Get you a Philly cheesesteak. You know what I'm talking about? Get you a New York, Chicago sliced pizza and go down and watch the fight for the free ski. What, that's what you thought was going to happen? That's what you thought was going to happen?
You dumbass.
They said it's closed off, man. It's a private party. You know what I'm talking about? Invitation only, man. Now, to be honest, William Skull worth $83? William Skull? I'm not gonna lie to you, Tay. I know you about to be on my head top about this, but I think Cinnamon versus anybody's worth $80-something. I'm not saying because I want to pay that, but it's because it's Cinnamon, man. He's the face of boxing. That's the position he's in. It's like Floyd Mayweather. With Floyd Mayweather versus Robert Ghost Guerrero worth $80-something or $100? Nah, but it's Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? It's not about Robert Ghost Guerrero. It's not about Andre Berto. It's not about Victor Vicious Ortiz. It's not about Marcos Maidana, El Chino Maidana. It's about Floyd Money Mayweather. So when it's Canelo or Cinnamon, it's not about Edgar Berlanga. It's not about Jaime Munguia. It's not about William Skull. It's about that boy Saul Canelo Alvarez, aka Cinnamon, aka Face of Boxers, aka the first ever undisputed at 168 pounds. That's what it's about, man. You know, you gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it. But yeah, of course, William Skull. Nobody knows William Skull. I think he's what, 23-0. But he is an undefeated fighter, and he should come with respect because not only is he an undefeated fighter, he's a champion while being undefeated. He's the IBF champion, man. He beat Vladimir Shishkin fair and square, and he's a champion. He occupies the IBF title, man. So we got to put some respect on his name. But to answer your question, is he worth $83? Of course not. But it's not about him. It's about Canelo. You feel me? You know, you're not paying for an opponent. Now, sometimes, okay, it would be nice, of course, if they factored in the fact that okay, you know, it's an opponent that's relatively unknown. Maybe come down with a little bit on the money. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what it is, bro. He's a face of boxer, so you know. It is what it is. Facts. But as soon as the main event starts, it's gonna be over. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, so to answer your question, of course, William Skull ain't it, but you know, I'm actually looking forward to the fight, man. I think it's gonna be a better fight than what people anticipate. I think William Skull. Do I think William Skull is gonna beat my dog Canelo? No. Do I think he has a chance to beat him? Absolutely. William Skull is like I say, he's an undefeated Cuban fighter, man, and we already know the Cuban style is nice. You know, I know a lot of people thought Dave Benavidez beat David Morrell, and I'm cool with that. But David Morrell put up a pretty good fight, in my opinion. You know, not saying that every Cuban fighter demonstrate the Cuban style as good as another one, but you know, a lot of them do have that pedigree, that slickness, you know, that discipline, the sharpness. So, you know, I think it's going to be a good fight, you know. I'm definitely not saying that every Cuban fighter is good. I'm not saying that. But, you know, I think William Skull, from what I've seen, he has that nice, slick style pretty well, man. He does it pretty well, exhibits it pretty well. So I don't think he's trash, but a lot of people do, man. A lot of people say, oh, Canelo versus who? William Skull.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that?
People do say that, so we're not going to be oblivious to that fact. We're not going to act like, oh, that's not a narrative that's being said. And it, you know, he's unknown, but we also have to realize too that there's quite a few belts and there's quite a few countries that have boxing and there's quite a few boxers. So just because we need to stop equating a low profile or being unknown to being bad. Just because you're not known doesn't mean that you're not good. You know, so there's a lot of fighters that are champions that are unknown and they're very good, you know. It's just that for whatever reason they ain't get their moment to be recognized yet, you know. So, I mean, look what happened to Jaime Munguia and Bruno Soras. Jaime Munguia, we thought that was going to be easy, and he probably thought so too. And then he went in there and got Brunello'd, you know what I'm saying, by an undefeated Frenchman that had 4 knockouts. But Jaime Munguia was his 5th KO. That's crazy, right? But it is what it is. You can't take anybody light. I'm not saying Jaime Munguia took him lightly, but I'm just saying you got to respect the fighters, man, because when you are undefeated, that means you don't know how to lose yet. At the very least, that means your aura about you is that you feel that you're pretty much invincible, that you can't lose because you don't know what losing feels like. Not as a professional, you know, so we got to respect that too. We know that when you're undefeated, you're not coming to lay it down. You're coming to win. You know, it's just that a lot of times when you are going against a guy who's proven like Canelo, who's been in there with Hall of Famers and all-time greats, then most likely you're gonna be on the losing end. But you never know, man. You know what I mean? Shoot, a lot of people had Canelo beating Bivol. Not saying that William Skull's the same as Bivol, but a lot of people had Canelo beating Bivol. We saw what happened right there, man. A lot of people had Jaime Munguia beating Bruno Soras. We saw what happened right there, man. A lot of people had I don't know who else. Give me another guy that was like a pretty relatively unknown guy that did pretty well for themselves. Hey, look at Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. A lot of people thought Gervonta Tank Davis was going to have a walk in the park against Lamont Roach. We saw what happened there. It was very controversial indeed. So, you know, it is what it is, man. My guy, Thomas Hill in the building, man. What's good, bro? Yes, sir, man. The doctor of boxing talk. Salute, man. Salutations, my brethren, man. What's good with you, bro? I know Canelo going to win. Canelo know he going to win. Everybody know Canelo going to win. He wouldn't take the fight unless he won. Shout out to Vern. I don't know, Vern. I got to disagree with you, bro. Yeah, that's the thing, man. We got to, I mean, like I said, I'm not mad at it. I understand the frustration with Canelo, right? A lot of people have that frustration. But we can't act like when an outcome that we anticipate happens, we can't make it seem like it's easy, bro. So let's say Canelo loses. What you going to say, Vern? What you going to say? Honestly, what you gonna say? What you gonna say? You gonna be like, oh, Canelo's trash? I mean, you have to say that because you're making it seem like William Skull is a walk in the park. So if you lose to somebody that's a walk in the park, you have to be trash. So if Canelo loses, is he trash? Or is maybe just William Skull just better than what we thought? And that's okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's an undefeated champion, bro. Even Lamont Roach, when Lamont Roach put up a good show against Gervonta Tank Davis, does that mean Gervonta Tank Davis is trash now? Or does it just mean that Lamont Roach is better than what we thought? You know, and that's a shame because Lamont Roach is a champion. You know, at a lower division, yes, but a lot of people didn't know that Lamont Roach fought just as much, if not more, fights at 135 than Tank actually has. And he's coming from a lower division, you know what I'm saying? Because he fought, not necessarily at 134, whether they're catch weights or not. I should say he fought more fights above 130 than Tank has, you know? So, and they had the familiarity with each other. So that's kind of unfair to just say, oh yeah, Canelo's going to beat him. But then, so they're basically set up to lose just because they're stars. So if we think everybody Tank fights is an automatic win, then what happens when he struggles? Then we're going to look like how we look right now with Lamont Roach, you know? It is what it is. Lamont Roach only had one loss going into fight Tank, and that was against a champion in Jamel Herring when he was young. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I give my dog Canelo credit, man, but it is what I'm not mad at you. I get it because, you know, of course, we want to see him fight David Benavidez and stuff like that. So we'll be disappointed naturally if he's not fighting David Benavidez. But, you know, at the same time, too, we got to be like, okay, bet, my boy doing his thing. You know, I don't think Edgar Berlanga was that bad of a fight. He was ranked #1 in the WBA, you know. So it is what he said. No, you're right. Anything happened. Yeah, that's how I feel, Vern. I appreciate you, bro. Like I said, it's not about me being right, though. You know, I get the perspective you're going with because it's like, bro, I like Tank. Y'all know I like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my GTD chain out. I like Tank as well. But I will say that I want Tank to fight Shakur Stevenson. I want Tank to fight Unification, like against Lomachenko, against Keyshawn Davis. I want Canelo to fight David Benavidez. I don't really care for it now because David Benavidez is not even at 175. I mean, he's not even at 168 anymore, right? He's at 175. So I'm kind of past that fight. But if it was up to me, I would have had Canelo fight David Benavidez. You see what I'm saying? But I also, too, simultaneously realize that there's other fights that are good, even if they're not as good as Tank versus Shakur or Canelo versus David Benavidez. I recognize that there's other fights that are intriguing as well. And to me, Canelo fighting an undefeated champion to reclaim undisputed is a pretty intriguing fight for me. I can't speak for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not impressed or interested in Canelo versus William Skull, I can't be mad at you, bro. You know, because let's be honest, I didn't really know who William Skull was. I only seen William Skull fight twice, you know, maybe 3 times. But yeah, so and then he actually became on my radar. He came on my radar when he was actually ordered as the IBF mandatory. Yo, we got my boy Kendrick in the building, big member in the building. He said that fight will happen in homage to Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men. And now we go to the end of the road. I can't go much, you know. You sing them to me. Come on, bro. What you know about that, man? You know what I'm talking about? Don't even break it down, bust a couple notes, bust a couple tunes, man. Come on now. You know my thing. Shout out to Mariah Carey, but hey, that was a bad man jammer back in the day, boy. Mariah Carey, boy. You know what I'm talking about? Boy. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I think Canelo's gonna win though. I'm with Vern for sure. I think Cinnamon's gonna take that, and then that's gonna lead right into the highly anticipated, much sought after Canelo versus Bud Crawford fight, you know, in September, which has not been finalized yet. I keep telling people that it has not been finalized, so you never know what could happen. But according to what we anticipate, it's going to be Bud versus Canelo in September. Good Lord willing. But man, you know, it's a lot of good matchups there, man. I was surprised at that thing being $80 though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, like I said, I don't think it's out. I'm with Big Dog Willie. I don't think it's out of reason. You know, I don't think it's unreasonable to have it that much. But I was kind of surprised. You know, I was kind of surprised at that, man. I was kind of surprised at that, man. Yeah, feel me. And there we go. But yeah, man, that Floyd Kid Austin Schofield stuff, man. That Floyd Kid Austin Schofield stuff was ridiculous, bro. But it is what it is, though, man. So what y'all think about that, man? I ain't ask y'all, man. How do y'all think a fight between Floyd Kid Austin Schofield and Abdullah Mason would go if it was to go down. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna go down. I don't think it's gonna come into fruition. But if it was to come into fruition, how do you all think it would go, man? For $2.5 million, let's dismiss the ridiculousness of the price point or the demand. Let's just talk about the fight if it was to happen, man. Who do y'all think would win? Who would you favor? Kid Austin or Schofield? I mean, that's the same person. Sorry. Kid Austin or Abdullah Mason? Give me a second, chat. I'm typing this. Give me a second. All right. He said KO rounds. Ooh, you got a KO? He gonna drop a bomb on him? He gonna drop a bomb on him? Oh my goodness. Thomas Hill says KO for Abdullah is 6 to 8 rounds.
You got knocked the fuck out, man. Give me my goddamn money.
I don't know. You think you gonna stop him? I got Mason by UD. Styles says Mason wins. I agree. Vern is in concurrence as well. He has Mason. Kendrick said Mason hasn't even made 2.5 million in his career. I'm telling you, bro. Kendrick said Mason cooks him. Ooh, cooks him. Neither what has ever made a milli. Neither has ever made a milli like Lil Wayne, to be honest. That's all you need to know. You feel me? Yeah, they never made a milli, bro. I don't think either one of them made a milli. So that's just indicative of Floyd Kid Austin Schofield Sr. being a butthole, man. Like I said, I think he just exposed himself, man. He just exposed himself as ducking again. And like I said, I don't like to chat about people's price points and stuff like that as self-valuation. But everything about it just seemed off. Like if you were watching that video and your spider senses weren't tingling, let's run it back, man. Let me see. Let me show y'all, man. Just in case y'all just coming in. You know, I made a video about it anyway. Go check it out. But just like when I was watching it the whole time, my spider senses were tingling. Like this just seems so capalicious. It's just so capalicious. You know what I'm saying? Fergalicious. Do the dishes. I drink your dishwater, bath water, all types of waters. I drink all your waters. You know what I'm talking about? Check it out.
Off of the fight with what up, y'all? I'm driving real fast, but I just had to update y'all on something before it hit the news or before it hit social media. We've been offered a fight with Abdullah Mason. Hell yeah, we accept that. $2.5 million. That's the price. So put the money on the wood, it all go good. Yesterday price ain't today's price, baby. Let's get this money, baby. Yes, we'll fight that brother. Put the money on the wood. He's with Turkey now and all them. Let's go. Jay Prince got money. Put that money up, y'all believe on y'all guy. What up, y'all? I'm driving real fast, but I just had to update y'all on something before it hit the news.
Shaking my gosh dang head. Shaking my gosh dang head. 2.5 million, huh? Put the money on the wood, everything good, huh? Everything good except your gosh dang alibi. Talk about I want to get out in front of it before I go out of social media. No, that what you just told me is that you turned down the fight. And now you try to ask for an exorbitant amount of money, exorbitant fee, in order to have the fight because you think people think like you and they're going to be snitching and tell people, oh, we're in preliminary talks and Kid Austin's team turned it down. They probably wouldn't even said anything. So you out here thinking people think as petty as you, and you out here making a story out of nothing. We probably never even would have heard of it. If you would have just turned it down in the background, you know what I'm saying, turned it down and been discreet about it, it probably would have never been disclosed in the first place. But you out here self-snitching, and that's wild. I don't know who raised these brothers, man. Out here trying to tell it first. Snitching? Out here trying to tell it first. Out here self-snitching is crazy.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
He said 2.5 is his price to take an ass whoop. Sure seems like he just wants some money. Yep. It seems like he actually believes in this, bro. And that's a sad part because I believe in Kid Austin from what I see. But yeah, I mean, I agree with that sentiment, bro. It's like, do you believe in him? I mean, we thought you did. You was talking a good game, right? Talking about what he did to Tank, what he did to Shakur, what he did to Devin, what he did to Abdullah Mason, what he did to whoever else is sparring. Didn't he say something about Zepeda as well? I don't know if he said he sparred Zepeda, but I remember he saying that they wanted to fight Zepeda, and then Oscar was like, no, something like that. So you know, all of them putting all the cases on him, all the cases on him. You feel me? Yeah. So it is crazy, man. But yeah, I'm gonna open up the Discord. Anybody wants to pull up, man? Pull up. Anybody wants to pull up in the Discord, I'm going to drop the link. Well, I mean, you don't need a link. If you're in the Discord, you should be in the Discord already. First of all, smack that like button for your boy. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't done so already, that's free support right there, man. Smack that like button. Yes, sir. Keep us going and growing. Smack that like button for the free ski. And if you haven't done so already, consider becoming a member for $3 a month, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 cents a day. Yeah, feel me? For 30 days, man. Get it in, man. Helps push us in the algorithm. Let's YouTube know that people appreciate the work that we doing, and we ain't just doing it for naught. You know what I'm saying? We doing it for a reason and for a purpose, and we gonna keep going and growing. That is our purpose, man. So join the Discord if you haven't done so already. I know sometimes YouTube doesn't give out my notifications. So the dope thing about being in the Discord is that Discord automatically kicks out my notification when I go live or when I drop a video, and we can just chop it up, man. We be chopping it up in the Discord whether I'm live or even when I'm not live, you know. It's not just about me, man. It's about interacting with the community. That's what we building right here, man. The family, you know what I'm saying? Boxing Talk family, BTF. So join that, man. Fairy tales are make believe, but hey, there will be ups and downs, smiles and frowns. Talk to him, Thomas. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. But yeah, let's keep it going for a little bit more. I want to go get my ice cream. I got me some ice cream out there. You know, for the street start, I went and bought me some ice cream. I'm trying to get people in the Discord, man. Let's chop it up. We got my boy Kendrick in the building, so let me pull up my guy Kendrick. And then while you're talking, I'm about to go get my ice cream. You feel me? About to pull up my guy Kendrick, bro. Like people, that Kid Austin stuff is crazy though. Like I said, I like Kid Austin, man, but Floyd Schofield, and I don't even be on the pops heads like that. You know, I don't even be on the father's heads like that, man. But this is a little bit too much, you know. Him coming out like that, he coming out all wrong. He coming out all wrong, man. Bro, y'all need to try the Eggo ice cream sandwich. Eggo ice. Oh, that's. Oh yeah, you trying to kill a brother. Eggo ice cream sandwich sounds crazy. But I will say it does sound delicious. Hell, when we were in Tallahassee, you know, I ate that one burger. You know, that burger that came on the Krispy Kreme donut. What was it? What was that? Tomahawks or something like that, Styles? I don't know if you remember on right there on Tennessee. They had a bacon cheeseburger, and the buns were Krispy Kreme donuts. I tried that, but that was a long time ago. I'm a little older now. but I did try that, so I might try the Eggo ice cream sandwich too. You feel me? Eggo ice cream sandwich sounds crazy though. Yo.
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
Chill, man. Chilling.
Sound like you on the road.
Yeah, man. I had to tap in.
Hey, talk to me, man.
Listen, I need chat or you yourself. Tell me what movie this comes from. Is this your king?
That's the BP, man. Come on now. You know my take. Come on, man. You know I'm locked in with the MCU, man. Black Panther, man. Come on, man.
Yo.
You know I'm locked in, man. Yeah, I don't know who king that is, because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if you can fire your father, but I'm not saying fire him from your team. I'm talking about fire him as a father. Just fire him, bro. Yeah, go get a new daddy, bro. Go get a new daddy, man. Pause. Yeah, because this is crazy, bro.
Nah, I need all the smoke for this man, because people tried to destroy Brian Norman for asking for 2.1 from Boots.
Come on now. Talk to him.
Asking 2.5 from Mason?
Abdullah, bro. Abdullah. Where they do that at, bro? Where they do that at, bro? 2.5 for Abdullah. Talking about this the new price. That's the full price.
Yo.
Come on, bro.
I'm getting there.
Come on, bro.
But we talking about a man that hasn't even been a co-main event.
Come on now.
So what are we doing here?
Man, he not trying to fight. That's what I can tell you. What he not doing. He not trying to fight. I'll tell you
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what he doing, but we know what he not doing for sure. That's crazy, Kendrick. I saw that, bro. I don't know. I'm just glad I wasn't drinking, so I just spit that all over my computer when I saw that clip when I first watched it.
Ty sent me that shit. Man.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Yo.
Outrageous, bro.
Duck of the fucking year, bro.
It might be.
That's what Kid Austin is.
He's
the duck of the year.
It might be, bro. Yeah, well, you're right, because this compounded with the Shakur. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right about that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's not a good look, man. Shout out to Kid Austin, man. Like I said, I still don't blame the young man, but that's your team, bro. You the duck of the year, bro. Hey, that's your team. That's you. Quack quack soup. Yup. What am I supposed to get if Kid Austin get 2.5? You feel me? Well, Abdullah Mason's supposed to get. Yeah, what's Abdullah Mason supposed to get if he gets 2.5? I don't know. I mean, he probably can't get nothing. He gonna fight for free. If Kid Austin, Abdullah Mason might be he might be in the hole if they gonna give Kid Austin 2.5 M's. They give Kid Austin 2.5 M's. Abdullah Mason probably can't make no money for 3 fights. Everything he gonna be on back pay.
Yeah, my bad.
You good?
Somebody called me.
Oh, you good, bro? You good? Styles said, what's Abdullah Mason supposed to get if Kid Austin get 2.5? I said nothing. Abdullah Mason, but he gonna fight for free.
You got to pay. You got to pay out of his own pocket.
Yeah, fact. He gonna have to pay to fight. You gonna have to pay to
when you
fight,
trying to be
bro.
an artist,
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
when you trying to be an artist,
Yep.
and you trying to do a show, and they're like, yeah, you run that 50, bro.
Yep.
Like, that's what they gonna hit him with. You gotta pay to get on stage, boy. Stop playing.
No, man, come on, bro. Why he do that to himself? Now he gotta be, like I said, I be trying to give him benefit of the doubt, man. Maybe he just wanted to be, because he feel like they ain't been talked about for a minute. So any press is good press. Maybe that's how he feels. But yeah, I don't know, bro. He can't be this out of the loop. He can't be that lost. I don't know.
There's
man.
got to be some cocaine in this man's system, bro.
Got to be, bro. Got to be. That man on that booger sugar right now. About to get the new pack. About to get
Or
the
that
new pack.
ice,
bro.
something.
Something.
I don't know
bro.
what he on.
Something, bro. Something, man. He on that gosh dang. What's that joint called? Snowfall.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang, bro. Something, man. Because I said it's just so it just seems so unnecessary, bro. It seems like you didn't have to go. Whatever. I don't know, man. That's just disappointing, man. Disappointing, man. I had high hopes for Kid Austin, bro. Disappointing. Disappointing, though. I mean, like, but hey, we just in it now. You never know. You know, maybe. I'm just more so worried about the repercussions, like as far as people not wanting to work with him. Hey, Thomas Wallet. Hey, yo. I'm just worried about people not wanting to work with him, man. People being hesitant to work with him, you know? It's like, gosh, dang, you're running to tell everything. You saying you do this, you do that, and when people set you up for a fight, you pull out last second, literally last second. You're just a liability, bro. Like, I don't know. On that free Ray Ricky Ross, you feel me?
Heavy on the lie, too.
Heavy on the lie. Heavy on the lie. Heavy on the starch. Heavy on the lie, bro. Like it just as soon as he said it, my spider senses was just tingling. It's like, bro, ain't no way, bro. There's no way, dog. There's no way, man. It's ridiculous, bro. That boy Oscar out there watching the soccer game. Shout out to my boy Oscar. Yeah, man. That junk is
It's crazy.
What's
Some
that?
idiot gonna be like, "Oh, Mason ducked Kid Austin." Some
You
idiot
know.
gonna say it.
Of course. You know, people just don't like some people, man. I don't even get it. Like, if Abdullah Mason got haters right now, I've been seeing people say that, oh, Abdullah Mason, he just cherry picking, and it's like, bro, the man is young, dog. It's crazy, bro. Bro, you know when I was watching Moses, not Moses, what's his name? Yes, Moses. Zaquin Moses, Shakur's cousin.
Yeah, Zaquin, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's only fighting bums. He has 3 fights, bro.
I don't even think he has 3. That was his second fight.
That was the second fight? My fault. It was 2
I think
fights.
so.
Come on, bro. Like, bro, I see people say stuff and I be like, y'all gotta be, they gotta be trolling, dog. They gotta be trolling. What do you want? Who do you want him to fight?
Yeah, I mean that dude was trash, but still, yeah. What do you expect?
Bro, the man, not even, bro, he's 19. Is he 19? Yeah,
thing,
19.
yeah.
Yep, 19. Yeah, no,
Something
it was
like
no, it was his third fight. I was crazy. Yeah, his third fight.
His third? Oh.
Yeah, third. Yeah, but the fact that I didn't know, you know, so I was like, yeah, I thought you could be right. It might have been the second. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had that many. So his first one was Michael Ruiz, the debut on last September. November, excuse me, in 2024, and then he fought Mario Garcia in January, and then he just fought Alex Palette. That's crazy, bro. I said they're fighting bums. And like, come on, bro. It's his third fight. So Abdullah Mason now, I do think he needs to step up, but he's stepping up progressively. I don't think he's stepping up. Like, I don't feel like he's not having what I would call a natural progression. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's just fighting guys that are, you don't see them getting better or the competition getting stiffer, you know? You see it actually getting, yeah, so I don't really get it, man. But people will hate on anything, man. Anything, bro. He's 3-0. Appreciate it. No consistency, dog. Like, I don't know.
Because here's the thing, those same people will say, oh, Boots is that man, Boots is the greatest, but Boots started fighting real fighters when he was probably like 25, 26.
Come on, man. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to them.
Which is normal, which makes sense, but still, don't try to chastise one person.
You feel me?
And then praise the next person for the same exact thing.
Same exact thing, bro. Bro, the Kid Austin stuff had me crying, bro. But I don't know if you were here, man. Did you hear about the what's the name fight? Bam Rodriguez could potentially be fighting Fumuleli Cafu, and then yeah, July 19th, according to reports. So we might have a unification between two undefeated champions. That's a good one. Because I do want to see Bam Rodriguez. He's been looking sensational, but I want to see him do it against, you know, more live dogs, man. Especially another undefeated champion. Don't get too much more liver than that. So that'd be a great fight if it could come to fruition. And then also Phil Hergovich and Frank Sanchez should be fighting as well. So for a final eliminator in the IBF, that should be a good one too. But yeah, Abdullah Mason is just, I hope Abdullah Mason keeps doing his thing, and that lets me know that I don't know who's Kid Austin going to fight. If you don't want to fight Shakur, understandable, cool. Hell, if you don't even want to fight Abdullah Mason, I'm cool, because I would love for that fight to happen later too. You know, as long as y'all keep on the same trajectory and career progression and keep getting better and winning, I wouldn't mind that fight happening later. But the way you're going about it is like, bro, you said that you wanted to fight these guys. You said that you dummied up Abdullah Mason when y'all fought in sparring. You said that you got the best of Shakur, got the best of Tang. Like, so if you don't want to fight these, who are you gonna fight, bro? Who do you want to fight?
Show me something, right? Andy Cruz. Show me something.
Him and Andy Cruz, that's a good one too.
Andy Cruz to jump up, you know what I mean, and
that's a good one too.
That championship.
Yep. I wouldn't mind that. I know Andy Cruz is rumored to be going the IBF route. He's supposed to be fighting Mishiro, Hinori, or something like that. Yoshiro. Hinori Mishiro. So he might have a fight. It's not finalized yet. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know why, but I don't know why he's going the IBF route, because that's another one. Like, no disrespect to Andy Cruz, I like him, but I thought he was talking about Keyshawn Davis. You know, so
that, and I thought he was talking about, wasn't he WBC at one point, like high ranked in the WBC?
Yes, not at one point. He is. He's number one.
Okay, all right. So I'm not bugging. All right, cool.
No, you're not bugging. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Let me look it up. He's number one in WBC. He's number one in WBC. He is ranked at IBF high though. He's number 3 in IBF. He's number 3 in IBF. Number 3 WBA. So that's Tank's belt. He's number 1 in WBC, because Zepeda is the interim champion, and then he's number 10 in the WBO. So he is the lowest in WBO. Okay, so I kind of see that. Yo, Ty said you about to pull up, man. Just left my son's birthday. Okay, man, happy birthday to your son, man. Shout out to Ty, man. Shout out to your son, man. Happy birthday, man, to the young prince. Yes, sir. MAW in the building. What's good, brother? Yes, sir. Smash that like button. Shout out to my guy Ty, man. Big member in the building. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I do feel like we're gonna get some good fights this year. I mean, we already have, but I think we're gonna get some more. But it's just interesting to see how this plays out and how they go about it, man. Because Floyd Schofield, he's number 2 in the WBA. What's his ranking in the other one? He's number 11 in the IBF, so he's outside top 10. Dang, he's not even.
Keyshawn is solidified with De Los Santos.
Yeah. He's not even ranked in the WBC. I didn't know that, Kid Austin. And he's not ranked in WBO either. Okay. Yeah, so Keyshawn Davis is fighting. Dang, what was the date again? July 12th, I think. For De Los Santos, don't quote me, but it's in Norfolk.
Okay.
He said maybe Andy Cruz either looking to fight the decorated Loma or fight for his vacated belt. Maybe, but I don't see Loma vacating it. But I don't see Loma. I mean, so yeah, it does make sense. But like I said, Andy Cruz. I mean, sorry, Zaur Abdullah and Raymond Muratalla is supposed to be fighting the title eliminator. And if Vasily Lomachenko doesn't want to fight the winner of that, then he gets stripped. So then the winner of that gets the belt. So I mean, I guess Andy Cruz could be trying to get the winner of that. Maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay.
Because Cruz still got a couple more fights if he wants, right? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He only has like 4 or 5 wins, so 4 or 5 fights. So pull up Ty real quick. Yo, my guy Ty in the building. What's good, brethren? Yo. Okay, he might be getting his stuff together.
Yo, phone activated.
You know what I'm saying? Try phone activate. There you go. What's good, my boy? My brother. Oh, we lost him again. Oh, Lord.
My boy gotta hit the chirp button.
Oh, no. I'm telling you. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Schofield need to redeem themselves. Already priced themselves. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, MAW. What'd you say, Ty? I heard something.
Y'all hear me?
Nah, you sound way. Yeah, we can hear you a little bit, but you sound like you speaking from 100 miles away. I think that I'm with you. MAW, they need to redeem themselves and come in with this $2.5 million. Like I say, that's just ridiculous. Now you know me, I don't like to judge the money, but we ain't no fool. Yes, sir, much better. Yes, sir, you good. We in the money now. That's good money right there. They got to stop it, man. 2.5 million is crazy.
But then I heard the Andy Cruz.
You're the Andy Cruz slander? Uh-oh. Talk to me, bro.
Slander.
Talk to me, bro.
So, funny thing with that. The WBA pulled that Mick. Because they accepted his petition.
Yep.
And then rescinded that bitch in favor of Zepeda.
Yep.
Because he did petition as number 1.
Yeah, I did hear about that. That's true. And now Zepeda's number 1.
WBC had him ranked number 3, and now I guess they changed their mind about Andy Cruz. The IBF is only the one that's going to give him a fair shot. WBO told.
Oh, we lost you, bro. We lost you.
Yeah. WBO's timed him out, boy.
Facts. Oh boy, about to cook on the WBO. They said, Mr. Jackson. Oh, he gone. He gone. Yep. So yeah, man. I'm gonna warm up this food. Actually, I'm waiting till you come back though. But yeah, I think that I do remember that though. The WBO did hold him. I'm sorry, WBA. They did hold him because that's when they picked Zepeda at number 1. Even while he's simultaneously the interim champion for WBC, which is crazy. Yo. Yes, sir. We lost you at WBO.
My phone was just connecting the car, headphone, all types of nut stuff.
Okay.
But the WBA flat out just declined anything to Eddie Hearn. So the IBF is the way to go.
Okay. I'll be right back, man. Keep cooking though. I can hear you. I'm gonna go warm this food up real quick. I'm hungry.
So what's the next step for him then?
He got to fight his way in position to climb the ladder because they already have who they gonna have go for the interim belt. So the best he can do is get in position for number 1.
And then wait for everything to settle to see if Loma actually fights them or stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's most likely going to be I keep on forgetting Buddy's name, but you know what I'm talking about. Him versus the Russian guy that Devin fought.
Yeah. Interesting.
I can't confirm this, but based off of how certain people were feeling, they felt like Bob is the one that blocked him in the WBO. Because they essentially took Eddie Hearn's money and then just went, nah.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, hey, you play that game. You can't always pay your way to the top, so I ain't mad at it. But
I mean, is it really paying the way up to the top when anytime it's time to change up the rankings, they charge the promoters their normal sanctioning fee?
Yeah.
They paid what they paid. They fought. Nothing happened. And then when you see who they moved in place, it's like, all right, so you saying that guy better than me?
I mean, for Andy, it's tough because the limited activity, that's the only thing that's tough to really stand on for him. Now, 2-3 fights down the road, yeah, they can't. It's like you can't deny it, right? Especially if he's moving up in competition.
It looks weird when you already have him ranked within your top 6. He just had a fight, and then it's like, where did you move him? And then when you look at who was moved in favor, it's like, all right, so you just took the Mexican guy? You put this guy in place just because he yelled out Shakur name once?
Oh, the Marcalo dude or everything?
What the fuck did Tito Mercado do?
Mercado? Yeah, he's trash. I got no respect for him. But why is he ranked in 135?
The same reason why they had Isak Pitbull Cruz and the young man he fought, Angel Fierro or Angel something. They was ranked at 35 and they wasn't fighting at 35.
Yeah, see, that's where shit doesn't make any sense.
They do that just to hold place markers to keep certain names out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because that dude does not belong anywhere on 135. He's not even trying to campaign at 135. He even said that. So I don't get it.
Yeah. The harshest knock or critique you could have against Andy Cruz is, all right, you're sub 5 fights.
Yeah, that's it.
All 5 of your opponents were ranked at the time of you fighting them. Who in the fuck did Tito Mercado fight? And where was they ranked?
Oh, Pedraza, I guess. That's the only fight he has.
You fought Pedraza coming off of how many L's? Yeah. You fought a non-ranked journeyman.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Trust me, it ain't nothing to sink. That shit is ass. I got no respect for him, so.
That's like somebody at cruiserweight knocking what's his name that's looking for a fight?
Jai Apataya?
Not Jay Apataya. What's his name? We just talked about him earlier in the morning show.
Gilberto Ramirez. No. Badu Jack?
No, not Badu Jack.
The
Crusher, Kovalev.
Oh, Kovalev. Okay.
That's like you knocking a Kovalev out at cruiserweight, a non-ranked guy. Long in the tooth. He has his name, but is that really submitting you in the rankings over somebody that fought a ranked opponent? Man, Mauricio on some bullshit.
Always, bro.
But he took that 15,000 though.
Quick, fast.
Hey. Business.
MAW says he takes the belts organizations known for bowing to the highest bidder. Yep. WBC and WBA other words, yeah. Shout out to Mauricio Solomon for WBC. And Gilberto Mendoza for WBA. But I mean, I get it. You gotta get money. It's like Kendrick says, business. But geez, man, have some integrity, man. Have some standards, man.
Integrity in boxing don't make sense.
Until they ass get sued.
Definitely an oxymoron.
Yep.
Oh yeah, sue them, touch them pockets. Speaking of sue, what y'all think about what Devin Haney? Oh my bad. Go ahead.
I was about to say, had Benavidez sued Mauricio in the WBC, they'll be out here humble and moving according and sticking to the rules like the IBF did. But he took the cheese too.
Little rats.
There goes the Benavidez interview. All right.
Nah, it's still pull up.
Nah, shout out to Benavidez, man. You know I rock with Benavidez, man. I'm also talking about the guy's name, Mauricio Sullivan, but you're right. I definitely did call him rats. My bad. My bad, man. My bad. It was just a reflex, man. My bad. I'm sorry, bro. But you're right, though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. We gotta hold them accountable too, man. You know, and just for a lack of awareness, man. You can't go from that and then get mad at people for not, you know, bending to your will, bro. You went from the same one situation to the same situation at 175, but you know, like I said, it's Mauricio Sullivan's fault though.
Yeah.
I got to slide, gentlemen.
All right, man. I appreciate you pulling up.
I'll let y'all tomorrow if y'all on.
Yes, sir. The Lord willing. God bless, bro. Styles said, how does Kid Austin go from title shot? Guys, he kind of talked his way into the title shot. You know, I would give him that. You know, that's I always thought I thought it was too ambitious, man. You know, like I was like, man, I don't want to say too ambitious, have those ambitions, but I just thought it was too early for a title shot. So I wasn't really too mad at him if he didn't actually take the Shakur fight. But then when you took it and the way they went about it, I thought was whack. What you got to say about it though, Ty? YD was good.
It just comes off corny in hindsight now.
For
the boss D's. Shit.
Bless you. Bless you.
If he actually would have fought Shakur, I would have given him credit for it because it's like you put your son in position. But looking at how he handled that situation and now the Abdullah Mason thing, it's like for the last year and a half or 18 months, you've been online shitting on these two fighters.
Yep.
Some other names too.
Yep.
Saying what your son would do, this one and that one.
Come on now.
And then when you was given the opportunity, the money is there. You out here painting a narrative, some hoe shit.
Yep.
So now it's Abdullah ain't want to take the 2.5.
Come on now. 2.5, bro.
You talk about his yearly bring-in for one fight against your son whole ass.
Come on, bro.
You think he not taking that?
Come on, bro.
It's always some truth in the things that Mama Holyfield says. He usually tries to spin the narrative or paint it like something else. I wonder what the actual facts are.
We are, brother. I want to know too. I know it's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out that him and his son declined.
Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
So this is the second turkey bag he done fucked up.
The second one, bro.
They getting blackballed. I know Oscar ready to get you and your son off the books.
Come on now. That's what that's what he need to be worried about. Oh, YD said, God bless you too.
Thanks. Does Kid Austin got enough firepower or resilience to last through Zepeda?
Man. Bro, I thought so. I thought so before, but I don't think so, man.
If he don't, I can guarantee you he's about to be fed to him. Zepeda about to do that secure his position over there and wait for Tank.
You know what's so funny? I said that, and well, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really get too much hate for that take. Somebody told me I was crazy, but I made a video about that when I said, man, don't be surprised if he gets Zepeda versus Schofield. After that WBA, once he was number 1, and then Schofield's number 2, and then the winner of that get Tank after Tank, if Tank beats Lamar Roach.
There's too much logic with that scenario for anybody to give some flack, unless they hate him.
Maybe. Yeah, I said that. It was like, nah, bro, I don't think they're gonna do that. I said, okay.
I mean, Mama Holyfield is on the record saying, I think wouldn't give us a beta, so we had to go do what we had to do.
Exactly. That's what I said earlier too today. And the man says that Zepeda, they want to give him Zepeda. He done did good against Tank in sparring, Devin Haney in sparring, Shakur in sparring, Mason in sparring, but you're not fighting none of them, bro.
I don't know. That Haney and that B. Norman Jr. sparring, it's tapes of that. The people that seen it know about it.
Capping.
Yeah. He was honest about Shakur making his son shit on himself, but why don't you be honest about them other ones? When you was out in Georgia and we had to pick your son up.
Oh, no. It was time to go early?
Shit, I'm surprised Norman Sr. ain't out here saying, that boy Kid Austin? Gulag.
Oh, man. Oh, Norman funny, man.
But he too busy talking about boots.
Yep, I was just about to say that too. Ain't no money in talking about Schofield yet. You better tighten up too with that boots talk, man. You gotta shake some of these boots alone for now.
I know it's just a gym, but under them lights is different. Your son ain't get hit with no low blow. He got caught with the premium signature uppercut. My boy spammed it 4 times.
Looking like Stanionis?
Caught that. Nah, it's probably a little bit worse.
Oh,
because
Lord.
he caught it unveiled, like undefended.
Oh, no.
It was like one of them Hadoukens.
Hadouken. Bro, that dude had me rolling. What was the dude's name that was you posted it? I saw it somewhere else too though. But I saw it first when you posted it. The bald head dude, what's his name? I don't remember his name.
Oh, you talking about Aaron?
That was talking about the fight. Talking about it wasn't even competitive at all. Yeah, it was on the Sean Porter joint.
That's my man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to he had me rolling, bro. He was so animated about it.
Shit, he sparred B. Norman and Boot.
Okay.
And Rashidi.
Speedy Rashidi.
Yeah.
Okay, when he coming back?
I was saying folks ran his ass up out the gym.
Oh no.
He said he wanted a big dog. Got one.
That's tough. He ain't know he ain't know it was a big dog. Oh man. Speedy Rashidi, man. When he coming back? I saw an interview with him a couple weeks ago.
I forgot what card we was watching, but he fought the same night.
Oh, word?
I think it was like last month.
Okay. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I was talking to Smoochie about it. I think he was fighting in Connecticut.
Okay.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday, sticky icky.
I think we was watching the Bivol Better Be a.
Okay.
Or whenever that was.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
yeah.
last month or the month before?
That was Bivol, but yeah, that was February, the month before, February 22nd.
I think it was that one. He fought the same Saturday.
Yep. Yeah, because there was quite a few fights on. That's what I will check it out. He says, if it's real, then let me have it. He said, if it's real, I got Schofield. Really? Yeah, I think some people would pick Schofield, but the way he's acting, man, I would have Mason, but I wouldn't be mad at anybody picking Schofield. But I would have Mason, man. I think Mason just been looking better, and I think it's a good fight, but if the dude don't run a fight, man, talk about 2.5 million, it kind of exposes that he's not too confident in his son. And I think that's what it looks like to me. That's the energy he's giving off. MAW says WBC chases fees. Biggest came from Canelo, obviously. Yep. But Turkey snatched him and Bivol up and shunned WBC. The connection between those two is David Benavidez. Trying to look good, giving him 175 shot now, but he didn't at 168. Facts. Hey, that WBC Grand Prix coming up too, man. So I gotta check that out. Oh, we lost you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Oh, you got you back. What'd you say?
It's still $15K for the ranking system and 3% of the purse.
Sheesh.
They just want 3% of what Canelo getting.
Yep. They want 3% of that big bag. Wait, when is Erickson and Lubin's fight? That's not this weekend. No. Is it next weekend? It's soon. Erickson Lubin versus Ardrew Holmes. I think
I don't remember the date.
Yeah, I don't remember the date either. Oh, it's in May. Okay, May 10th. I don't know why I thought it was this week. I thought it was this month.
I don't know if you talked about this on the pod, but what's up with them prices for Cinco de Mayo weekend?
Cinco de Mayo weekend. Oh yeah.
I've seen that.
Bro, big $80, bro. For the bundle. $52 each? I shouted you out too, because I was talking about it, man. Shout out to you, bro. Like, bro. See, okay, so it's cinnamon, right? You know what I'm saying? Face of box. I'm not too mad at it. But because it's Big Turk Al Sheikh. And Turkey Al Sheikh has said that he wants his price point for pay-per-views to be what? $20, $25, whatever he said. That's a long way from 20 gosh dang $5, boy. And he hit you on the head for two of them things. Double price on both of them, 52 each. Man, I don't know, man. You know, I don't think it's too bad, but I don't know, man. It's definitely something I don't want to pay, but it is what it is.
It's like on one take, it's like I'm going by what he said, how he wanted the price point things. But from a marketing standpoint, I'm looking at it like, is that the price point or the market value for that weekend?
Hey, he said you got to pay cinnamon, man. He said you got to pay cinnamon. This man El Pinchy, how many accounts do you have, bro? Like, you know what's funny to me about this El Pinchy guy? I think that you're smart. Like, you know you're not smart, right? I just want to be very clear, right? You're like,
he out the gulag?
Yeah, I don't know, but the man guy's like 30 million accounts. He thinks that people don't recognize he's the same account, bro. We just don't pay attention to you because you only get attention when you come over here and you're thirsty for attention, bro. Like, I don't know who you are, but you know who I am. It's always gonna be like that, bro. You're weird, man. Yeah, I don't know. $52 is, I don't think it's bad, like I say, but back to back on your head top, man.
Yeah, when you look at the grand scheme of it,
yeah,
thinking about the whole weekend in its entirety,
yeah,
3 different cards.
Yeah. Wait, question: is it the Nadia Inoue one's free, right?
I don't know.
I think so. Don't quote me, but I think the Nadia Inoue, I think the one on Sunday is free.
If it is, all right, I'll give my boy some slack.
Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me though, but I believe that Inoue is free. And then, but I was still surprised. It's like I ain't gonna lie, when I saw it, I was like, hey, because people thought they was gonna go down to the bodega. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the bodega, get you a little Philly cheesesteak, get you a po' boy, get you a little Coke and a smile and a honey bun, and go down there and walk to the fight. And then Turkey was like, private invitation only. And then now I'm sure people were anticipating $20, $22, and then what happened? Got hit on the head for $52.
Shit, I had to hit somebody on the head just now.
Who you hit on it?
I was reading the comment section. I'm like, Flavius.
Yeah, bro. That's what he always says. Like, and he says it on like 5 different accounts. Like, people don't know who he is. He's a weirdo, bro. Like, I just tolerate him, but you know what? Yeah. Shout out to my guy Ty, man. Hit him with the blicky.
Get his humble 300 seconds, 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Go sit in that corner.
I don't know what's wrong with people, bro. That's the same one that every single second it's like he's trying to do like race baiting and stuff like that, bro. If you're black and you mention a Hispanic fighter, or you're racist. If you're Hispanic, you mention a black person, you're racist. I can't remember what Oscar said. You know, he heard that Oscar is Hispanic from him talking or saying it, and then he was like, oh, he's trying to be racist because I think he called Leonard Ellerby, like, I don't remember what he said about Leonard Ellerby. I think he said something about his fat ass nose or something like that. He was like, oh, well,
breeding up all the men there.
he said something like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but something about his fat nose, and then the same pinchy guy was, yeah, the same pinchy guy was like, oh, Oscar's being racist. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, that's just ridiculous, man. And then somebody,
Actually, the same dude that was on somebody else's platform calling him Fat Albert.
Bro, every time I see him, bro, he's whether it's on my platform, my channel, or somebody else's channel, he's always trying to make a race baiting comment and have the audacity to call somebody else racist because they project. That's how people are, man. The dude is weird. Like, you come in here, you call me Quavo, like I guess it's supposed to bother me or something, but that means I'm on your mind, bro. Like I said, you know me. You come here to get my attention, and if I'm somewhere else, you try to get my attention there too. You're a loser, bro. Like, so, like, don't even waste my time. Shout out to my guy Ty for kicking you. I don't even waste my time on you, but since he did kick you, let me give you another. Let me go ahead, give you some more time.
That Jazzy Jeff?
Yes, sir. Yeah, let me go ahead and Those are all people on the internet, man. That's why you life is bigger than the internet, bro. I guess that's the only place you feel safe, though. I guess I don't know. What's the price? I don't even want to know. Yeah, it's $52 each. So $52 for the Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Jose Carlos Ramirez and Teofimo Barbosa card, and then $52 for the Canelo and Skull card as well. But if you want to get a discount, you get the bundle for $82. So, like I said, I don't think it's not a bad thing, right? Because I'm sure he's probably trying to recuperate, try to get some money back for the because he got to pay Cinnamon. But I do think it's kind of bad because, you know, we're not expecting it from Turkey Al Sheikh, you know. Yeah. Just because he said that he's trying to make an effort to make the price points lower. Excuse me. That's why it seems kind of bad, but yeah, I think it's a little tax, man. You know, but I guess on the flip side, he's looking at it like, hey, man, taking Lamont Roach alone was $82.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, man, I'm seeing how they buy that card, man. We got Canelo over here. Oh, they gonna pay these $82. They at least play $50 for Canelo. So I get it. Like I said, I get it. But I'll be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. Let me blow my nose real quick. My fault, y'all. Give me a quick second. He said,
you got the itis too.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. He said, I'd rather see the boys down at 140, 147. Who? Haney them? Or you talking about? What are you talking about? Excuse me.
I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
Seeing that Haney fight is a full 147 fight now.
Yeah. So what's up with that rumor, bro? I thought Haney shut it down though. About Robert Garcia was like, oh, he wanted 3 pounds more to go from 144 to 147. I thought he shut it down. I thought Haney was like, no, that's not true.
I feel like it's more so Turk pushing that, mainly because of what he wants after the fact.
Right. Yeah.
But if he's sitting there saying he wants to stay at 144,
yeah,
more power to him.
Yep. Who do you think that benefits more to go to 147?
Haney.
I think so too.
You adding a little bit more size to add to that range.
I agree.
Because Ramirez had trouble with a long-rangey Josh Taylor.
Yep.
And he wasn't even using the jab economical like how Devin would use it. If he had trouble with a long-rangey brawler, imagine somebody just putting that stick out there, pause if needed.
Hey, yo. I wasn't even thinking, but yeah, you definitely need that pause now.
No, did he?
Hey, yo.
In the footwork, I seen Arnold Barboza do a half-decent job putting on his best boxing performance.
Talk to him. Yep.
I like the fight for Haney, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't do anything for me.
I agree, bro. You know why it does for me? Because people's reaction. Because everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, man, Devin Haney gonna lose, and you know, Oscar and them saying, oh, he's a shot fighter. I want people to remember. So please keep a screenshot or whatever you got to do to make sure that you remember that Oscar and everybody else, Robert Garcia, Robert Garcia, that's his trainer. I don't mind that. You know, and Oscar's that's his promoter too. I don't mind it. But the way Oscar's saying is so dismissive, like, you know. So when Devin Haney wins, I don't want to hear, oh, it doesn't mean anything because he beat Jose Carlos Ramirez. No, this is a guy that y'all say is gonna beat him. Shout out to Jose Carlos Ramirez. I like him. You know, I think he's a good fighter, but I just think stylistically, I don't see the threat. The only way I think he's a threat to Devin Haney is if Devin Haney is shot indeed. You know what I'm saying? If he is as bad as people think he's going to be coming from the fight with Ryan Garcia, then yes, I see Jose Carlos Ramirez having a chance. I see anybody having a chance in that regard. But if Devin Haney is, we just pro-grade Devin Haney, and it's a wrap. It's gonna be an easy night. I ain't gonna say
we're
super
more
easy.
likely to
Not
get
super easy, but easy enough.
Regis than Ryan.
Facts.
Devin
Absolutely.
Haney.
I agree.
Out of 30 some odd fights, how many times have you seen Devin Haney decide to be the mauler,
Exactly.
the attacker? It's not his thing.
Exactly.
And it showed.
Exactly. So I just don't want anybody to say that Jose Carlos Ramirez is suddenly not a good fighter now. Don't say that. Don't say that. But I just think stylistically, I still think Jose Carlos Ramirez is a good fighter, win or lose. You know, obviously he's just coming off a loss against Arnold Barbosa. I still think he's a good fighter, but I like him too anyway. But I just think that stylistically, this favors Devin. So just give him his credit when he wins. No matter how easy, no matter how hard it is, or how easy he makes it look, just give him his credit. Because this is a guy that they say is going to beat him. That's what Oscar says. This is a guy that's going to stop the rematch from happening. He's not going to get to Ryan.
That whole fight is bittersweet for me because no matter how it ends, something negative is going to be said about Devin.
Yep, always.
And I feel bad for Ramirez because in the event that Haney does win, people are going to call him trash.
Yep.
And try to discount everything he actually did in the sport of boxing.
Yep. And he's definitely not trash. How many losses he has? What, 2, right? Barbosa and Josh Taylor. And when Josh Taylor was good. Right. So
yes.
Come on now.
Undisputed Josh Taylor.
Come on now. And if he loses to Devin Haney, there's no shame in those. Those are 3. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, there's no moral victories, but it's still, you know, those aren't 3 bad losses. So
they're gonna say he lost to a chinny runner.
Yep. He said, Slim Reaper says Tio or Barbosa. Man, that's a good fight, man. I think that's a very good fight. I think Teofimo, like I said, I think he's one of the most talented guys in boxing, but I just think he's just not smart. He's just dumb. He's not intelligent. He doesn't, you know, have boxing fundamentals, but he's definitely a good fighter. I'm leaning towards him, but I'm rooting for Barbosa though. I like Arnold Barbosa more. I don't like Tio at all, so.
Yeah, that's a hard match for me because it depends on what you want to hang your hat on. If we're going by pedigree, it's Tio all day. The athleticism speaks for itself. But if we're talking about style, the thing that Tio struggles with is counter punchers, people that wait and punch in between him, or just a pure boxer. Those are 2 things that Arnold Barbosa brings to the table. It might not be elite, but he does it at a good enough level to trouble Tio.
Yeah. Good point. Good points. I got I'm rooting for Barbosa, but man, if I had to put my money on it, I'm going with Tio by UD. But I'm hoping it's the other way around. I don't see a stoppage in that fight. So I'm hoping it's the other way around. I hope it's Barbosa UD. But I don't know, man. What you got, Slim Reaper? My picks are okay, so my picks are I got Ryan to beat Rolly. I'm rooting for Rolly to beat Ryan though, but I have that's just because I don't like Ryan, but and I like Rolly more, but I think Ryan's gonna beat Rolly. I think Devin Haney. I'm rooting for Devin Haney to beat Jose Carlos Ramirez, and I think he was gonna beat Jose Carlos Ramirez. And then Teofimo, I think Teo's gonna beat Barbosa, but I'm rooting for Barbosa to beat Teo. I just don't like racist assholes, man. Just be cool, man. You know. But even though I don't like them, I can't take away their talent, especially Tio. So they're good fighters. You'll never hear me say they're not good fighters. They're just dickheads. As far as Tio and Ryan Garcia go. Especially with Tio. Tio's accomplished and all that good stuff in bonbons. You know, Ryan hasn't been a champion yet. But he's still a decent fighter though, man. He has some good attributes. You know, that left hook it is what it is. It is what it is.
Shit, Tio is just a mentality and maybe a trainer change away from being on the fringe of pound for pound status.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy's just a goofy.
Just a goofy, and his pops is even goofier.
Yep.
Yep. So
that's a lot of different variables to look at. It's funny because last time Tio was on the zone, he lost. I do remember him and his pop saying he'd never come back to this platform. They cheated him. They did all this stuff. It wasn't just Matchroom they was talking about.
I didn't remember that. He said what racist stuff? Which one are you talking about, Ryan or Tio? You can look it up. I don't know which one. I thought it was pretty well known, both of them. Both recent. It's not like it's like old or anything. It's recent. Ryan's is definitely worse, but they're both bad. And it's like, and it's just the fact that, you know, Tio just keeps doing it repeatedly. It thinks it's funny. Like, if you make a mistake, it's all good, man. Bet, you know, we all make mistakes, but you keep doing it and doing it repeatedly. It's like, okay, bet you trolling.
I feel like Tio, the only reason why he isn't as overt as he used to be, like Ryan, is because people are already putting hands on him and his dad or confronting him about it.
Put hands on him and his pappy.
That's the difference between him and Ryan. Ryan thinks he's untouchable until he finally get touched.
Yeah, Tio is yeah, he be wilding, man. But he's definitely, you know, he's definitely a talented guy, though, man. I used to rock with Tio, man. Thought he was pretty. I knew he was a good fighter. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was better. You know, the Jermaine Ortiz performance wasn't the best, but you know, I was more so mad at Jermaine Ortiz the way he was fighting. You know, the way he wasn't engaging or the way he wasn't fighting. And then Steve Claggett, he struggled with him, but then once I was still cool with that. You know, sometimes you struggle and stuff like that, but then you come out here talking crazy, reckless. I ain't got time. Man. Hell yeah, bro. So I have a question for you, Ty. What you think about the I was gonna ask you, man. About something. Oh man. Oh yeah, the Devin Haney joint, man. What you think about Bill Haney, excuse me, Trill Bill, when he was talking about the cigar talk.
Bill?
When he came out with cigar talk, he was talking about the lawsuit and stuff. I like the way he kicked it, man. I feel like maybe I like it because that's exactly what I was saying, you know.
Oh, that's still on standby because it's still not guaranteed based off of what Ryan got going on.
Yep.
And you can't step in the ring with somebody that you are actively in a lawsuit with.
Yep. So
there's a reason why Devin had moved away from like where he was, because he was literally living down the street from Oscar. He can't be in the same vicinity as the dude.
Yep. But he was kicked it like, yeah, man, it's not the fighter. We gotta stop looking at it as a fighter. He said, man, it's the promotion. He said, man, I'm doing it as a company. I love the way he kicked it like that. I was like, yes, bro, because they sue each other. People sue all the time in boxing, man. You know how many lawsuits freaking Matchrooms in? They just got out of one, you know what I'm saying? Or one that I've seen. There's so many. When you talk about Logan Paul or Jake Paul or MVP or Eddie Hearn or Matchroom, or you know what I'm saying? So or Floyd or PBC or whatever it is, man. That's part of the business. It's what it is, man. Golden Boy and Oscar. Oh my goodness.
Low key, DHP the only promotion currently that Frank Warren hasn't sued or got into some type of litigation with.
Oh, it's a matter of time, old Frankie, man. Stanky Frankie, boy.
Yo, when you go down the list, it's literally every active promoter, every major active promoter.
Come on, man. It's a rites of passage, man. If he don't sue you, that means he don't like you. Oh man, it's a way to bond. It's a way to bond.
I think it's only because Bill and DHP hasn't have any real dealings with them,
right,
or spoken on Frank's behalf. But if they did, they'd got sued too.
I'm telling you, bro. Shoot, he just freaking sued Chris Eubank, calling him a scumbag, essentially. Matchroom.
Coldest line is what he did to his daddy.
Yeah, you're right. 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 Oh man. Matchroom just got out of a lawsuit that they settled with freaking back MVP, man. Come on now. Yo, J Mel, what's good, J Mel? I'm so glad you joined the Discord, man, that one day. So I know your name is not Jamel. I call you Jamel the whole time. I got a couple partners named Jamel. But it's J Mel. I appreciate that. You know, I like calling people outside their name. Unintentionally. Yeah, man. I'm about to go ahead and call it, though, man. What you about to get into? Oh, let me find out I lost my boy, man. I lost my boy. He said, no doubt, appreciate that. Oh, you already know, man. You already know, man. I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. Shout out to my guy, Ty, for pulling up. Oh, he back? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I said hold on. My bad.
Oh, I didn't even hear you. My fault. I didn't even hear that. Man, hit me with a closing statement, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know something, man. About all what we talked about today or whatever you want, wherever you want to go with it. Hell.
Keep your eye on the Bozy gym. Ain't no hoes in that gym.
Talk to him.
It don't matter. 126.
Hey.
On up.
Hey.
Smoke. Yeah.
Big smoke. Shout out to Bozy Ennis, man. Derek Bozy Ennis, man. Yes, sir, man. Also, too, man, happy birthday to Young Ty, man. Young Morissette, man. The young prince. Happy birthday to him.
I'll make sure I tell him.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, too, man.
No doubt.
Alrighty, man. God bless. Catch you in the morning show. Good Lord willing.
All right, my guy.
Yes, sir. Shout out to King Ty, man. Shout out to King Kendrick. Everybody pulled up today, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. About to go ahead and call it. I'm about to go make a video. You know my thing. So I got nice little news that just popped up. So I got to make a video real quick before I get too late. And then we gonna be back in the morning show. You know your boy got to try to get a little bit of rest where I can. So I'm still trying to recover from this little freaking stubborn cold, but ain't been too long, man. 2-4, what's good, 2-4? I ain't seen my boy 2-4, man. What's good, man? Chop it up with you in a minute, man. What's up, man? Mr. Parlay King, 2-4 in the building. Big member in the building, man. Happy birthday. Go drink till your eyes look like farmer. That's crazy. He said go drink till your eyes look like Tevin Farmer. Nah, bro, that's disrespectful, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do my boy Tevin like that, man. With the Forrest Whitaker eye.
Here you go. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm tired of that. It was so disrespectful.
Hey, yo. Had my first 6 round. Oh, yeah? My first full 6 round spar session today. Been in the gym getting to it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yes, sir. My boy getting it in, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my guy 2-4, man. But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. I think we got some love we got a little bit of love, a lot of bit of love, a good bit of love. Let me see. In the super chat, man. Graffiti on the chat wall. Shout out to my boy Big Dog Jake Paul, Chase the Bag Tank Willie with the $2 in the super chat. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me as always. Don't forget to smack that like button if you haven't done so already. And consider becoming a member, like I said. Only costs $3, you know what I'm saying? Starting at $3 per month. Really helps us keep going and growing. So we can hit that algorithm and the YouTube will, you know, promote our channel more. You know what I'm saying? We need that more promotion, man. We got to keep it going, man. So shout out to everybody that's a member already. And at the very least, you know what I'm saying, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we drop videos on a daily basis and we go live twice a day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for the morning show, 7 p.m. for the evening show. You know we get it in right here, the hustle off the muscle, man. We get it in. Let's keep going and growing. So I appreciate y'all rock with me as always. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Catch you on the flip side. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.